All right, we're up here taking a little break with my buddy Paco and his start. We just got him getting used to that training bit and the saddle and stuff kind of on his own there before I put the second ride on him. But I wanted to do a little video here on perceptions of trainers' methods and how folks will jump on the most popular bandwagon of the day and just start raking different trainers over the coals with no real background or first-hand knowledge from the trainer themselves. All they're doing is they're relying on what they've seen in movies or what they've seen on TV or one little video clip of different things, and they automatically make a decision. Well, this guy's bad and that guy's good, and this guy's more gentle and this guy's too aggressive, and he's an abuser, and he's all lovey and cookies with, you know, 7 games or whatever. And I'm here to tell you, and I'm not doing this necessarily for myself, because I don't have to rely on what I do in these videos or how many horses I train or whatever. I don't have to rely on your money to make a living with. I've worked my whole life. I retired from the military. I do this because I enjoy doing it, and I've learned it over a course of a lifetime what I do, and I continue to learn and improve my training and my methods and the way we do these videos and whatnot, and try to put out a good product. But the bottom line is I don't have to do it, and I don't need your money. So if you don't buy them, I really don't care. But what does bother me is folks that will come to me with the expectations of me being some sort of mini-me of somebody else, my brother or John Lyons or Pirelli or Clinton Anderson or whatever, and then they see the reality that all of us are different. Just like these horses and just like the people that own them. Everybody's different, and everybody has their own ways of getting along with these horses or not getting along with them. And they'll automatically jump on Facebook or the internet or whatever, and they'll condemn me or somebody else that I know or some other big-time trainer that's just trying to get along and do the best he can, the same as anybody else. And I do a lot of reading on the internet, try to keep up with the latest stuff that people are doing out there, and try and improve what I do and take little pieces from everybody on how to make things better for these horses and make things safer for me and the people that trust me with their horses to work. And I was reading today on the internet, this would-be disciple of one of the bigger name trainers threw up a video of Clinton Anderson, and it's kind of a promotional video, and the beginning of it starts out where there is some pretty out of control horses in the video, and owners getting run out of the pen by horses and kicked and bucked off and stomped on and bit and everything else, and the gist of the thing is that these horses are pretty gnarly and pretty out of control, and Clinton Anderson deals with them. And he is one of the few people out there, not that I'm a big fan of him or anybody else, and I don't condone beating on a horse, but a lot of people have commented on this video that he's way too aggressive and he's too abusive, and he doesn't get respect. He just pressures a horse into submission and so on and so forth. Well, let me tell you folks, there's not a whole lot of trainers out there today that publicly put themselves out there as a horseman or a trainer that's willing to take on those bad horses and try and get them safe for their owners to not get killed on. So my way of thinking is, unless you're willing to put your reputation on the line and you get out there and make a video of the cookie and candy or the petting and tweaking that's going to do the same thing that he's trying to do with these horses that are running the owners out of the round pen and biting and kicking and doing whatnot without having to get a little bit aggressive once in a while, then by all means go out there and do it. And if I can learn from you, I'll learn from you as well. But until that happens, I'd really appreciate the horse world just reserving their B-rated criticisms of everybody for, you know, don't think that your guy is better than this guy without having some first-hand knowledge or jumping into that pen and seeing what he's dealing with. Because all you're doing is you're just stirring the pot of bullshit, and there's enough bullshit out there to go around already. So use a little common sense when you're looking at these videos, and maybe give the benefit of the doubt to the people that's actually standing in that round pen dealing with it. You know, one comment that I saw was this person, and I don't know if it's a man or a woman or whatever, but she was on this comment section of that Clinton Anderson tape, and she says, well, if you want to see a real natural horseman that's gentle and easygoing and so on and so forth, then go watch Buck's Clinic. Well, let me tell you a little something about that yellow horse in the movie. That horse was very typical of the same horses that are in this Clinton Anderson video. Probably a lot worse. And you don't know what was cut out of those segments in that movie, or how much Buck had to get aggressive on that horse to get even in the pen with him or get somebody on him. And I'll tell you one part in that movie where he turned the handle of that flag around and went to whack that horse on the side of the head. If he'd have come another couple steps closer, I guarantee you Buck would have put some knots on the side of that guy's head. So that doesn't mean he's an abuser, and it doesn't mean Clinton Anderson's an abuser, or me for spanking this one. It just means you have to do what you need to do to keep these horses from getting that out of control. And if it wasn't for the owners letting them do that in the first place, our jobs wouldn't be out in the public's eye trying to correct all these problems with these guys. Now we got a little pony down here that's trying to cause problems. So I think I've ranted enough on this thing, and I think I've made my point. And I got work to do on this horse today too, so I'll let it go at that, and just keep an open mind when you're looking at trainers and you're looking at methods and doing different things. And remember that those guys are out there trying to do a job just like everybody else does, and they're usually doing it because you didn't do yours in the beginning. So before you start casting doubt on a trainer's methods or what they're doing, maybe you should take a good hard look at yourself and figure out what you're doing wrong with your horse to get him to that point that you have to take him to somebody to try and keep yourself from getting killed. Thanks, and we'll be talking to you soon.